What's up everybody, this is Mike. Welcome back to another video. In this unusual situation, but I have decided to come here in this forest to test out some accessories that I got from PolarPro for the DJI Osmo Pocket. If you haven't seen my latest video, I just uploaded yesterday a video about all the accessories that I got for the Osmo Pocket from PolarPro, and once again I want to thank them for sending them to me. But today I will be using this thing right here. This is the action mount for the Osmo Pocket, and I'm really excited to test it out on my mountain bike and see how it will perform in a situation like this, in an area like this. I haven't tested it so far. I just purchased a GoPro handlebar mount because it didn't have one. So with this thing right here, you can easily mount it on the handlebars, or should I say the steering part of the mountain bike, and then mount your Osmo Pocket on top of it. So that's what I'm going to do. So stay tuned and let's check it out. So here we have the handlebar mount from GoPro. Like I said, you need this in order to mount it to your bike. And with this accessory you can actually mount it to different surfaces like your helmets or any other thing that could be useful for a situation like this. But I decided to get the GoPro mount for my handlebars, and let's install it right now. One thing you have to know is that this thing needs to be upright, so you need to install it on the furthest closer to the center of the steering of your bike, just so you can set it to be upright 100%. The installation itself is quite easy. It takes literally just seconds. Okay, I think it's perfectly solid now. I screwed it all the way in, and it's as close as possible to the middle of the steering of the bike. And one thing I really like is the fact that you can easily rotate this, so you can move it around and adjust your Osmo Pocket the way you want it to be. So now I will just keep it open. I will take my Osmo Pocket, which is right here in this case. This is also one of the new accessories from PolarPro for the Osmo Pocket. It's a really nice, convenient case, and check it out. This is how it sits inside. So just take it out, leave that here, and you just slide it in. You only need to slide it, and then you can easily just make sure it goes all the way down, and then you simply need to close that little door, and there we have it. Now it's installed, ready to go. It's very sturdy, and like I said, if you unscrew this, you can just rotate it the way you want it to be. I will just keep it like this and turn it on, and if I triple press, it's now like this. One thing I have to do though is, if I want to capture the sound from me while I'm riding the bike, I need to adjust it so it's the other way around, so it's facing me. So I might have made a mistake, so I'll just quickly swap it the other way around and I'll get back to you. One thing I need to mention is that I will be shooting in FPV mode. I really think this would be the best gimbal mode for this type of scenario. But of course I will switch to follow, and I will try all of the three gimbal modes just so you can see the difference. I'm not going to edit any of the footage you're going to see from the Osmo. I will be shooting in auto, so of course it's not going to be cinematic or anything else. We're just looking to see how the stabilization will work with this accessory. So that's what we're planning to do today, and let's go. Okay guys, I'm recording on the Osmo Pocket right now. The gimbal is set to FPV, so if I go left or right, you should be able to see that. I think it's quite cool. I'm recording in 4K, 30 frames per second. There are no microphones attached. I'm just using the audio from the Osmo Pocket. With that being said, let's go. Whoa! I'm seeing that the Osmo is moving quite a lot. There are a lot of vibrations, so I'm sure you can see that on the camera, and it's not going to look pretty, I'm sure, but we'll see about that afterwards. I will check out the footage. Yeah, it's quite bumpy here. It's beautiful. Not sure about the footage though. From what I can see, the Osmo Pocket is moving like crazy. This is quite steep. God damn. Woo! I think now I will switch to the follow gimbal mode and let's see if there will be any difference. Right, so now we're recording in follow gimbal mode, 4K 30 frames per second. Let's see if it's going to be more stable than the FPV. Oh. And this is the end of the road, so I'll just go back. Finally, we're trying the gimbal mode called tilt lock. Let's see how it performs. Now let's switch things up a bit. I have turned around the Osmo Pocket. I see that I'm almost black against the white sky, so you probably don't see me, but I will try to see. I'm going to ride on main road here, which is with not that many bumps, so let's see how we go. It's definitely a lot smoother, I think. Time to see how it's going to work on a more leveled surface like this one. I think this is definitely a lot smoother and a lot more usable than the other footage that we got in the forest. Okay, so just finished riding the bike and I haven't seen the footage yet. I will leave that to you guys, but my personal opinion is that in the forest the footage was too shaky. I think it is going to be completely unusable, simply because all of the vibrations from the road were felt in the Osmo. It was going up and down like crazy. I could see it. I was worried that it might fall off. Luckily it didn't, but I'll see the footage afterwards. But like I said, I'll let you judge for yourself. But later, when I got out and rode the bike on the main road where there's a smoother surface, I think it was much better. Again, I haven't seen the footage, but from what I could see on the screen, it didn't vibrate that much and it was a lot softer, smoother than what we had before. So this is the test that I wanted to make with this accessory from PolarPro. This is the action mount for the Osmo Pocket. I will link it below, and I'll also link the GoPro accessory that I used to attach it to my bike. It's a nice thing to have, but it's not a GoPro, so don't forget that. It's not an action camera. It's not going to cope the same way with the vibrations from the road like a GoPro would, so keep that in mind. And I would suggest you to not use it as an action camera, but everyone decides for themselves. That being said, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. It's been a pleasure to do something different. I wanted to do it for a long time, so now that I got the chance, I'm glad I did it. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ciao.